So now we proceed over that particular like topic, that how to minimize the expression using the Boolean algebra, right? So now I am writing one simple example here. Now you have to tell me how to minimize this expression, right? So this is AB bar plus AB plus A bar B bar, right? This is one more example on the previous discussion, right? So now how to minimize this? How to minimize this? In this we can take A as a common, right? It becomes B plus B bar, right? And in the previous lecture we discussed about this algorithm. This B plus B bar is what? This is 1, right? So now I can write down this is 1. This is A plus A bar B bar, right? This is the final expression, right? Here also further we can solve it. We can expand like this by the distribution theorem, right? In the previous lecture I told you about the distribution theorem. So using the distribution theorem we can further solve it. This becomes 1 and the final minimized expression is this, right? Clear? Now I am taking one more example. AB plus A bar C plus BC, right? Now tell me how to minimize this. What is the minimal expression of this? Now from here, from this example, I will tell you one shortcut to solve this kind of examples, right? This kind of examples means which function which have three variables, right? Three variable means here the A, B, C are three variables, right? And which have only one bar term, right? Which here the bar is only at A, right? There is only one bar term, right? And each variable is used two times. Here A is used two times, B is used two times, C is also used two times, right? For these kind of examples, I will tell you the shortcut. Now first we will solve these examples in the detailed manner, right? Now tell me how to solve this example. And what is the final output or the final redundant function, minimize function. So now we are taking, so it is seen, right? If you take B common from here, then inside A plus B no reduction takes place. So for this what we will do, AB plus A bar C plus BC. Now we will add one more term here to minimize this thing. This is A plus A bar. Now tell me, this A plus A bar is 1, so it will not affect over the main function, right? Now we can add this thing now. Now we can reduce it. Now this becomes ABC and this becomes A bar BC, right? Now we can take common AB from here, from this term and this term. We can take common AB, inside it becomes 1 plus C. Now from the second terms and this terms we can take common A bar C, right? Inside it becomes 1 plus B, right? What is 1 plus C? From the algorithm, what is 1 plus C? What is 1 plus B? 1, right? So the final expression is AB plus A bar C, right? So this is the reduced form. Now we can compare or the reduced form with the original form, right? Only the difference is of this BC, right? So here this BC is called the redundant term, right? Redundant term means when we minimize this function, this BC is reduced, right? Clear? So this is the final expression. Now the shortcut. So this is called basically consensus theorem. This is your consensus theorem, right? So what, according to the consensus theorem, in any variable which in any function which has three variables, right? any function which has three variables, right? First I am telling you the condition where we can apply this Coombs theorem, right? So the condition is this: the function should have the three variables, right? And second is, I already told you, each variable is used twice, right, as a pair, right? And third thing is, only one variable is complemented, right? So what will be the answer of this type of expression? The answer is the variable that is complemented, right? The complemented variable terms will be the answer, right? Means in this, for examples, in this function that we previously discussed, right? So in this function C, first condition is three variables. Yes, there are three variables A, B, C. Each variable is used twice as a pair, right? Each variable is used. For example, A and A bar is used two times, B is used two times, C is used two times, right? Only one variable is complemented, right? Yes, one variable is complemented. So what is the answer? Directly we can write. So this trick you can apply for the shortcut or for the objective type questions, right? Where the time is like one limit. Okay, and also you can use this trick in your other entrance exams, right? So from here, one is this a is one complementary term. So what is the answer? Answer is this, the complementary terms variables, right? So the a is complemented, so the terms which contains the a variables is the answer, right? So here in this a is there, and in this also a is there, right? So this is the answer. Is similar examples I am giving. Now tell me, what is the answer of this? Right. So the answer is A bar B plus AC. Right. Next example is AB bar plus AC plus BC. Now what is the answer? AB bar plus BC. Right. Now next example is A plus B, A bar plus C, B plus C. Now tell me, this your consensus theorem is also applied for the POS form also, right? So in the POS form also, there are the two variables, right? Three variables, and each is used two times and one is complemented, right? So the answer is A plus B and the A bar plus C. It saves your time, right? See, this theorem, in one way it is saying only one variable is complemented, but if the function is like this, means all other variables are complemented, only one variable is not complemented, right? So in this case also this consensus theorem is applied, right? And the answer is the uncomplemented terms, right? So the uncomplemented terms is here the C, right? So these terms which contains the C is the answer, right? So like this also we can apply this theorem. Clear the thing? Clear? Okay, one last example based on this approach. Sorry, B bar plus C. Right. So now what is the answer? This is the answer, right? So this is the answer, and A bar plus B bar is your redundant term, right? So now I am telling one more theorem to you. For example, this is one term A plus B, and this is A bar plus C bar, A bar plus C. Okay, A bar plus C, right? So now the final expression is like AC plus A bar B, right? You can expand this thing, right? So the answer will come this. So this is your transposition theorem, right? Transposition theorem. So the transposition theorem says that if this Pierce form is given, right, so it comes like this: AC multiply of these terms and A bar B, right? So this is the transposition theorem, transposition of your literals, right? Clear? Next theorem is your De Morgan theorem. You know about the De Morgan theorem, maybe you know. What is the output of how we can write this A B C path, right? So this, and in the other way, now what is the output? Means output means how we can rewrite this expression. This A bar, right? So means if there are three literals and whole bar is given, three variables, whole bar is given, then if we expand this thing, then each variable's bar and the OR operation is changed by the AND operation and the AND operation is changed by the OR operator, right? This is your De Morgan theorem. This is De Morgan theorem, right? So now in this Boolean algebra, we already discussed about the theorems, right? Now we already discussed about the how to minimize the expression, minimization, right? Now we will discuss about the SOP and the PS form. Little bit we already discussed about the SOP and the PS form. Now we will discuss in detail about the SOP and the PS form, right? Then we will discuss about the Venn diagram. This is complete like topics covered in this basically a chapter, right? So next we will discuss about the switching circuit. After that we will discuss about the duality property, dual and the complement things. What is the difference between dual word and the complement word, right? And in the last we will discuss about the some statement, right? Means some statement is given, based on that statement you have to make the truth table, right? Clear? So this is the complete like topic we will cover in this chapter, right? So theorem already we covered, right? Minimization we already covered. Now we will discuss about the SOP and the PS form. So before proceeding to the SOP and PS form, I want to take one example, right? So here the main question is, this is important question from the examination point of view, right? So let, and this is also your previous year GATE question. So if the function a b is given like this, right? Now what is the output of this function? Function bracket x plus y comma y bracket close comma z whole close is equal to, what is the output of this function? How you can solve this function? So see, if the function is given, if here the function is given f a b equal to a bar plus b bar, means the bar of the first variable and the then plus then the second variable, right? So first we will solve this inside function, right? So this one. Now we can write down function of this. Now this is your x plus y whole bar, right? And then plus y, right? And then we can write down comma z. Clear? This is the thing, right? Only first we solve this first function, right? Now what is x plus y bar? According to the or De Morgan theorem, can I do x bar y bar plus y comma z, right? Now what is this? If we solve this thing, what will come? Y plus y bar is 1, then it comes x bar plus y, this term only na, comma z, right? Now there are two terms only, right? So how we can solve these two terms? X plus y whole bar, right? Plus what? Z, right? Now what it comes? According to De Morgan theorem, if you open the first terms, it comes x dot y bar plus what? Z. Right? So this is the. Now we will discuss the SOP form. What is the SOP form? You know, the SOP means the sum of the product, right? And I already told you SOP form basically is used to represent outputs with logic. What? SOP form is used to represent output with logic what? Logic 1 or 0? 1. Whereas the POS form is used to represent output with logic 0, right? So this is your A bar BC. This is SOP form or the POS form. This is basically your SOP form, right? And now there is a one terms, that is your canonical expression. What do you mean by canonical expression? Anyone? So every term contains the means every min terms, right? So this is your one min term. This is your one min term. This is your one min terms means every min terms in canonical form. Every min terms contains all the variables of the given expression, right? Clear? Means here this is your canonical form. Means see, this min terms contains all three variables, this min terms contains all three variables. Canonical means the expanded form, not the minimized form. Means the expanded form, right? It can be minimized, right? It can be minimized because it is the expanded form. Clear the thing? Right? So now there is a one function y a b c, right? And it is given the same a b c bar, right? So now if the function is given like this, y a comma b comma c, y is this function of a b c variables. Now generally what we are taking, which one is LSB and which one is the MSB? What is, so here C is your LSB and A is your what? MSB, right? Clear? So now the question comes, if someone asks what is the min term of 5? What is the meaning of this 5 10? 5 to the base 10 means this 5 is your decimal number, right? So how we can write the min terms of 5? See, generally if I am saying this y, this is a function of these three variables a b c, right? And here a is your MSB and C is your LSB, right? So how we can write the truth table of 0? This is the 0, right? You know, na, this first place is basically 2 to power 0, this place is 2 to power 1, and this is 2 to power 2, right? In binary, right? So 2 to power 0 is what? 2 to power 0 1, 2 to power 1 is 2, and 2 to power 2 is 4, right? Right? So now how we can write 0? 0 we can write like this, 0 0 0, right? How we can write 1? 0 0 1, right? Because see, this C is at 2 to power 0 means 1 2 4, right? So this is the way to make the truth table. Now about 2, how we can write the 2? 0 1 0 3 0 1 1 4 1 0 0 5 1 0 1, right? So what is the min terms of 5? How we can represent decimal this 5 in decimal to the binary? 1 0 1. This is the way to represent the decimal to the binary. This 5 is a decimal and it is the binary, right? Now you know, you represent this A as the MSB and C as the LSB, right? Then how you can write this 101 in form of variables? A, B bar, C, right? Clear? A, B bar, C. Clear? and the minterms is generally represented by the small m, right? And the max term, I will tell you how to represent max terms. Right here the minterms is represented by the small m, and it is the 5. It means it is the minterms of the 5, right? So this is the minterms of the 5. Right, now coming back to this expression, means now I am going to tell how to represent expression in form of minterms or in the standard SOP form. Right, now what is A B bar C? What is this? This is minterms of 5. This is A B C bar. Now you have to, what is A B C? M7, right? And the standard SOP form we can represent summation of what? Summation of minterms 5, 6, 7, sum of 5, 6, 7, right? So this is your standard SOP form. If I can ask in the exam, write the standard SOP form of this expression, right? So this is the standard SOP form. Now tell me, what is the minimal SOP form of this expression? What is the minimal SOP form of this expression? You have to tell me. What is the minimal SOP form? It is the canonical form, na, right? What is the minimal SOP form of this expression? So we can take common AC from here in this term and this term, right? How we can solve? Now this is your thing. This is ABC. Now we can take common AC in between these two terms, right? AC, what is inside? B plus B bar. And now we can take these two terms again, the second terms and the third terms. We can use these third terms at any number of time, because A plus A plus A plus A is what? Any number of times. What is this? What? A plus A always remains A, right? So that's why we can use any terms at any number of times, right? So now we can take common AB from here. What comes? C plus C bar. And what is the minimized form? AC plus AB. Now I am giving one example. This is your, like, you can try at home, right? So this is one truth table. This is one truth table, right? So first you have to write the canonical SOP form. Then you have to write the standard SOP form. Then you have to write the minimal SOP form. I am directly telling you the answers. So the canonical SOP form is basically this will come, right? A terms, this one terms, right? And the standard SOP form, sorry, M023, right? So if you solve this thing and convert this to minimal SOP form, then your answer will comes A plus B bar, right? So this A plus B bar is called the standard. This is one standard word is used for this expression A plus B bar, and that is called the universal function or the implication gate, right? Implication gate. It is called the implication gate, right? How we can represent this A plus B bar in form of gate? We can represent this A plus B bar in form of this circuit. Sorry, this is B, not B bar. Right? So this gate is called the OR with the NOT gate. This is called the implication gate, right? Several times this is asked in the objective type. And the second function is, the other function is A, B bar, and this is called the inhibition gate, right? Inhibition gate, right? Means AND with NOT. this is AND with NOT, this is your inhibition gate, right? So please remember these two terms, inhibition gate and the implication gate. Now we will discuss about the POS expression. Hmm. Now each this term is called what? Min terms or max term? So here all these independent terms are called the max terms, right? This is your max terms, this is max terms, this is max terms, right? And this is canonical form, right? I can say this is canonical POS form, right? So now this first one is your max term of what? Max term of 0, right? If we are saying A, B, C, right? This is your A, B, C, and if this is 0, 0, 0 and output is also 0, right? Clear? Now, here in the POS form, this each 0, because in the SOP form we are representing it 0 in the form of A bar, but here in the POS form, each 0 is represented in non-complement form, right? Means here this 0 is represented by the A, this 0 is represented by the B, and this 0 is represented by the C. Means this M0, right? This M0 we can say, what is M0? A plus B plus C, right? Clear? Clear? So this is max term of what? This is max term of 0, and this, now see, A plus B bar plus C, right? So what is A now? A is 0 or 1? 0, and B is 1 and C is 0. So 0, 1, 0 is what? And 2, right? Similarly, A bar, B bar plus C bar. This is 1, 1, 1, right? And it is what? 7, right? And the standard, this POS term is, see, the min terms is represented by the small m, while the max term is represented by the capital M, right? And the POS form, standard POS form is product of these max terms, right? Product of this max term. This is your standard POS form. So now the similar question you have to solve for your home assignment, right? So I am giving you the truth table, right? So now you have to write the standard POS form of this expression. Can you write? First, canonical POS form of this expression. What is the canonical form of this expression? Now you know the POS expression is used for the output 0, right? Clear? So now what is the canonical form? Here this is 0 and the B is 1, so A plus B bar. Next is A bar plus B bar, right? Product of these two sum terms, right? This is your canonical POS form, right? Clear the thing? Also you can verify. If you put the A value to 0 and B to 1, then what is the output? Output of this expression always 0. You can verify, right? Clear? Next is, what is the standard POS form of this expression? This is your standard POS form, right? If you open this, then the answer will come the B bar, right? Then what is the canonical SOP form of this expression, this table? What is the canonical SOP form? See, those ones we have to take. So A bar, B bar plus A, B bar, right? How you can minimize this? What is the minimal form? You can take common. We can take B bar common, right? So I can ask, what is the relationship between this standard SOP form and the standard POS form? What is the relationship between this sigma M02? Both are equal. right? So you have to write this answer for my question. What is the relationship between? This is the relationship, right? So this is discussion about the SOP and the PS form. Now we are proceeding one more example and note examples. Next our topic, that is your the truth table, right? So now for first tell me, there is a single variable. There is a single variable named A, right? So with this single variables, how many truth tables are possible? How many truth tables are possible? Y equal to A. This is one expression, right, which consists of single variable. So how many truth tables are possible? Four truth tables or four expressions are possible. Means if I am saying the truth table, it means the four expression, right? For different kind of expression, then we can write with one variables, with single variables, right? This is the meaning of this thing. So I am going to tell what are those truth tables and what are those expressions, right? And then after that I will tell you the shortcut to find out the number of variables for n variables. Clear? Now this is A, this is Y, right? Y equal to there is only one variables, right? So we can't write Y equal to A. We can only, there is a one variable. So how many possible truth tables of possible expressions with one variable, right? So we can say if A is 0, Y is 0. If A is 1, Y is 1. So first expression is Y equal to A. Clear? Clear? Now what is the next expression? Can you tell me? This is also one expression. If A is 0, Y is 1. If A is 1, Y is 0, right? There is only this possibility, A may be 0, A may be 1, right? Now Y equal to 0, this is also one expression, na? If A is 0, in any case it should be 0 0. In the next case Y is 1, right? So 1 1. So these are your four possible expression or four possible truth tables with single variables. Any doubt? The general formula that is very important for your objective type questions is for n variables, right? For n variables, number of possible expressions, right? So this is your formula. Number of truth tables or number of possible expressions is 2 to power 2n. This is the formula, right, which is very important. So now tell me, if n is 1, then according to the formula, how many expressions are possible? So if n is 2, how many expressions? Right? You can write down this 16 expression at home. You can try, right? Surely you will get. Like if there are two variables A and B, then for example AB, A plus B, A bar, B bar, A plus B whole bar, AB whole bar, A bar B plus AB bar, AB plus A bar, B bar, A B 0 1, A bar plus B, A plus B bar, A bar B, A B bar. So all these are possible 16 expression for two variables, right? Clear? For three variables I can ask in the exam. If there are three variables, then how many possible expressions are there? Then directly with this formula you can write down, or you can take the right answer. For n equal to 3, possible expressions are 256, that is 2 to the power 3, right? So next is your Venn diagram. So what is Venn diagram? Means representation of these variables in form of circles, right? This is your Venn diagram in form of some figures, right? So for examples, this is like I am not going into the detail of this, but I am giving the overview of this like word. So for example, there are the two variables, right? Now, now tell me, this is this first this circle is first one, black one is your variable A, right? And this red one is your variable B, right? So I am representing these variables in form of circles, right? So this is A, this is B, right? So now tell me, here I am writing the truth table. Just a minute. So in the Venn diagram, basically your unshaded area is, we are considering what? Unshaded area we are considering 0, while the shaded area we are considering 1, right? So now this is your complete A, this black circle, and this red circle is your completely B, right? So what is which portion we can represent 1 0? 1 0 means A is 1, in that portion, in that shape there is only a component, right? There is only a component. Now which portion is that? Right, this portion, like this portion, right? So I can represent this as a 1 0, right? What is now this 0 1? What is 0 1? So this is your 0 1, right? This is 0 1. Clear? Clear? Now what is 1 0? Sorry, 1 0 is occur. What is 0 0? नेक्स्ट वन ये होगा 0 0 जो भी बचा हुआ है, ठीक है? क्लियर? व्हाट इज 1 1? दिस इज द मेन. So this is your, this one portion, or this shaded portion, right? This shaded portion is your what? 1 1, right? And you know the unshaded area is 0 and the shaded area is 1, right? So this is the way to represent this truth tables in form of Venn diagram. So here in the Venn diagram, basically this union is represented by the OR, while the this is represented by the AND. Intersection means this is the shaded area is what? We can write down this thing and we can write down A dot B. Next we are taking the similar like examples for the OR gate, right? How we can represent OR gate in form of Venn diagram, right? Just a minute. This is OR gate, right? Clear? Now, how we can represent this OR gate in form of Venn diagram? This is A and this is B, right? This is B and this is A, right? Now, what is 0 0 then first? What is 0 0? This thing we can say 0 0, right? Clear? What is 0 1? What is 0 1? This is 0 1. This is 0 1, right? This is 0 1. And this is what is 1 0? This is 1 0. What is 1 1? This 1 1. All are ones, and then all are this shaded area, because I already told you this is your the OR function, right? I am giving one example. I can ask this question in the exam. If y equal to ab bar plus ab, right? Represent this expression in form of Venn diagram, right? So now tell me, what is the first, what is the minimal form of this SOP form? So if some expression is given, then try to minimize it first. It becomes equal, right? So a plus b bar. So a plus b bar is what? What is the name of this function? What is the name of this gate? Implication, right? Implication, right? Clear? So how we can represent this thing in form of Venn diagram? Suppose this is your A and this is your B. Also, you can make the truth table If it becomes complex for you, then you can make the truth table of this function, right? Then- So this is the truth tables, right? So B bar is what? 1 0 1 0. Now what is the first? 0 plus 1, 1. 0 plus 0, 0. 1 plus 1, 1. 1 plus 0, 1. This is the truth table. Now tell me, now you can tell. All combination are 1 except this, right? Except this combination 0 1, and which one is 0 1? This one is 0 1, no? Right? This one is 0 1. So I can say did all the area except this. Understand? I can say all the area except this. Right? Any doubt? This is 0 1, no? This is 0 1. Right? This is 1 0. This is 1 1. And this is your 0 0. Similarly, you can use the three variables Venn diagrams, right? So mostly 2 3 variables Venn diagrams questions are asked in the exams, right? So what are the for the three variables? This is A, this is B, and this is your C, right? This is C, and this is B, this is A, right? Clear? So what is 1 0 0? What is 1 0 0? A part in which B and C is not involved, right? This one. Clear? This is 1 0 0, right? Now, what is 0 1 0? Right? In that there is no this part, right? Clear? And what is 0 0 1? This part, right? In which there is no A and B, this part, right? Clear? Now, what is 1 0 1? What is so A is this, C is this, right? And B is 0, means this B part is not there. So only this shaded area, right? This shaded area is what? This shaded area is 1 0 1, right? Clear? And what is this shaded area? Now tell me in opposite way. What is this shaded area? 1 1 0, right? What is this shaded area? Right. And what is this inside this? This one. So this is the way for the to represent the three variables in the Venn diagram. This is all about this lecture. So thank you students for your kind attention. So students, if you have any doubt related to this topic, then you can send me a mail or you can contact me directly. So for more video update, please subscribe this channel, and so that every information regarding your course or regarding this digital electronics lectures you can get easily. Fine. Thank you for your attention.